Hello, my name is Jessica and I am an English language teacher. I teach English as a second language to people all over the world. And so my goal is to help you improve your vocabulary and sentences. So today I have a treat. I'm going to show you what I do for my lunch. I'm feeling hungry. So I am going to make a fish burrito. Yeah, so I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so let's begin. The first thing I do is I have a pan. All right, so this is my pan. I pull out my vegetables, so I'm going to use mini peppers. I'm going to use some onion, mushrooms, and some sweet potato from last time. All right, so the first thing I'll do is I'm going to grill up some onion, pepper, and the sweet potato. I know, I like how the sweet potato tastes. It gives it a sweet flavor with the salt. All right, so I'm gonna start by turning on the grill. So first, I'm gonna turn it on. Usually at about a medium is a good place to start. And then I will put a little bit of olive oil. So I use olive oil. There we go. And I'm gonna let that heat up and I'll start cutting the onion now. So I use one knife usually for most of my cooking, so excuse me if I don't have the right set of tools or utensils. I am not a chef, I'm not a cook, I am simply an English teacher, and what I like to do is I like to give people vocabulary and show them what English sounds like, right? So that they can mimic and repeat the ways that English should sound. Oh, you can hear that pretty loud, huh? All right, so I cut the onion into large, thin slices, and then I break them apart, and they fall into the pan. All right, this is my pan. So I break them up. Be careful not to touch your eyes after cutting the onion. It will make your eyes watery. So I'm not using a lot of onion, but it is more than probably what I need, but once it gets grilled, it shrinks, so that's fine. Okay, next I'm going to cut my sweet potato. So the sweet potato, it's not as transparent as the onion, so I have to cut thin slices, small and thin slices. So here I'm going to cut. I have to be careful with my fingers. Yes, very careful. Oh, there. Make sure I get a good grip on the knife. And I don't want to use too much. I'll only use about 4 slices. Oh, that onion is getting to my eyes, I'll tell you. And then I chop them up. Long, thin slices again. And here are my sweet potatoes. Drop that into the pan as well. Okay, so that's beginning to grill. Put away. Okay. Next will be my mushrooms. Oh, no. Sorry, peppers. Mushrooms, they cook like this, so I'll save that for last. All right, so today I want a red pepper and is this an orange or yellow pepper? This is a yellow pepper. Okay. So what I do with these is I put them together like this, and then I chop them in just little small round circles. Again, very careful with the fingers. Concentration and lots of focus not to cut myself because this is a large knife. It's probably a meat knife. I don't know exactly. All right, so now I drop. Okay. So you can hear that starting to sizzle, starting to cook. That noise that you hear is sizzle. Just saute it, move it around. Okay. Now, what I will do here to help it cook a little more is I'm going to put a small amount of water. Not much at all. I'm going to turn up the heat and let the water. Next, it's a very good idea to, oh, I don't have lids. Here they are. All right, to cover it. Lid, this is a lid. I'm going to cover the pan. All right, so next I'm going to slice some mushrooms. I don't need too many. Now, I do wash these mushrooms. I didn't wash the peppers, but I washed the mushrooms. Mushrooms have they pick up more dirt around them, so I'm gonna make sure that's off. All right, so here, just be very careful. I'm a little careless right there. So here I'm chopping up the mushrooms. Again, I'll put this in more towards when I put in my fish. So I'm ready with that. I can go ahead and cut up my avocado. So here I have prepped my avocado. Again, just slice so that it's ready. Okay. Next, I'm going to get a heating pan to heat my tortillas. So I'm going to be making a burrito. So what I do is I buy whole wheat, whole grain tortillas. I used to eat regular tortillas, but then I figured out that tortillas aren't good for you if you eat the flour ones all the time. So now I eat these, the brown tortillas, whole grain, whole wheat, and I can eat them freely. Okay, so if we look here, we see that the onions are starting to caramelize. So the water really helps it, the steam helps it change so that it softens it and helps give it that translucent see-through. So it's also helping the potato, the sweet potato, cook. So eventually the water will evaporate and then I'll have to watch it. So I'm going to lower down the temperature a little bit to about a 3. I don't want it to burn. Maybe a 4. Okay? All right, so I was talking about the tortilla. So I'm going to put my tortilla here. The pan is too small. I knew that. I knew that. So let me get another one. This is a larger pan. This is a more appropriate pan. So I'll put it there and that's going to start to heat up. Alright, so while we wait, a little bit about me. I taught English for 12 years in American schools, and recently I started teaching online, and I found that teaching online is very rewarding, and I am basically that's my new role, that's my new job, is to teach online. I teach children in China in the mornings, and I also tutor people around the world English during my daytime hours. So for example, I teach people English. Well, I don't know if I teach, right? I practice English. I speak slowly for my learners that are learning. And then a lot of people want to hear more English. They want to practice talking. And so I give that practice to people from Brazil, from Korea, from Russia. And we basically learn together. I teach them. If I hear something that they're saying that is not quite right, I show them, I type it on the screen, and we talk about like why it is being said incorrectly, and we fix it, and then we practice saying it again on my phone. So yeah, that's what I do now, and I think it's a fine job. I do get paid, right? So it's not a free service I provide. I do get paid, although I do offer a free lesson. The first meeting is 20 minutes free, and in that 20 minutes I get to show you how I conduct the lessons, the different resources I use to teach the lessons, because I don't just sit and talk. I also teach using my laptop. I go to websites, I use programs, and that way it's more interesting looking at pictures and talking about different topics. Okay, so how is this doing? I'm gonna pick up the heat a little bit here. All right, so now I'm going to show you, this is tilapia fish. I do eat chicken as well. I eat chicken and fish. I stay away from red meat. Why? Well, because I have read that red meat causes heart disease. So I'm trying to pay more attention to my health and eat less red meat. On occasion, we do have burgers and all of that business. Okay, so I'm going to take my meat. I'm going to sprinkle it with a little bit of lemon pepper. Sprinkle means a little bit, not a lot. And then flip it over to the other side. Sprinkle, okay. All right, and now I'm going to place it in the same pan with my vegetables. I want it to cook together. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of water to help the fish meat cook. Not very much, not as much as the first time. And then I cover it. The tortilla pan is ready. I'm going to drop that down. Oh, and I forgot to add the mushrooms. Mushrooms go next. Okay. So now I cover once more and let the juices and all of that work together. I like to keep my trash separate. Right. And so, as I was saying, I do offer trial classes that are free, 20 minutes. You can find it at my website, eslonlinelearning.com. Go to the bookings page, and on the bookings page, there you will find a list of courses, like packages. And if you want to take a free trial with me, you go all the way to the bottom, I believe, and it'll say trial 20 minutes free, and then you pick a time. The time is whatever is available there, so just know that those are the only times I can make myself available. So my question is, how often do you cook? You can say, I never cook. How often? I never cook. I cook occasionally, once in a big while. I cook often, or you can say I always cook. For me, I cook sometimes. I cook sometimes. My husband cooks often. He likes the way his food tastes, and I think my cooking skills are just developing, as you can see. So I just wanted to share with you and have a little chat with you as well to help improve vocabulary for cooking. It's, you know, cooking is a thing. We all eat. We all need to learn at some point or another how to cook, I think, right? And, you know, men too. Men, it's important, I think, for men to learn to cook as well. I'm going to go ahead and clean up a little bit. I'm going to put my tortilla back in the fridge along with my mushroom. And, oh, so the onion, we have this thing where we always put the onion in a plastic bag, because the onion, it will stink up the refrigerator. And we don't want the refrigerator to smell. So I get a plastic bag from the pantry. This room, it's a small room, it's a small closet, and it's called the pantry. So I grabbed a plastic bag from the pantry, and I'm going to put the onion in a Ziploc bag and then put it in the refrigerator. Oh, also the sweet potato. No food goes to waste here. No food goes to waste. All right, so I'm going to put my vegetables back away. Here's a good chance to pick up the trash. Put the trash in the trash. All right, I hear it. Yes, the water has dried up. So now I'm going to inspect, move around. The tilapia looks to be cooking. See, I'm pretty sure it's cooked. Looks good. Lower the temperature. So this is soy sauce for rice, but I want to give a little dab, just to give it a sweet flavor. All right, and over here I have my tortilla going. I'm going to go ahead and start preparing my plate so that I can put it all together. All right, so now I'm going to transfer half the fish and half my vegetables. I'm going to turn this off. Now I'm going to add my avocado to my taco, my fish taco, my fish burrito. Oh, avocado is so important to me. All right. And so here it is. A dash of garlic salt for the avocado flavor. And my grapes on the side. So this will make a delicious taco. Again, it's fish, pepper, sweet potato, onion, along with avocado. I hope you enjoyed watching me make my lunch. I hope to see you in one of my classrooms. Thank you. Goodbye.